15th May. No, it was not a dream. Again, I saw Dracula go out in the same way, downwards and sideways about 100 feet, and disappear into a window or hole in the wall. I instantly went and tried every door. All doors were locked except one. I entered and found myself in a large room, full of rich furniture, not lived in for centuries maybe. Brilliant moonlight poured in through the enormous windows, over beautiful furniture covered in dust. I sat down and looked out over the mountains to the west. They looked like a frozen stormy sea. Oddly, the awful loneliness of the place filled me with a feeling of peace. Here I am now, writing at a small table where maybe a countess once sat, hundreds of years ago, enjoying the view like me. 16th May, morning. I now understand Dracula's warning. Please God, help me to keep calm and write down what happened last night. Feeling tired, I put my diary in my pocket and looked out over the moonlit mountains. I felt so relaxed there that I lay down on a sofa and went to sleep. But what happened next was real. 3 young women appeared in front of me in the moonlight, and they moved closer, looking at me, whispering together. 2 of them had shiny dark hair. The third was blonde. I seemed somehow to know the third woman, but could not recall why. They all had brilliant white teeth, eyes like diamonds, and shiny red lips. Oh, how I wanted to kiss their lips. They whispered, laughed, very sweet, silvery, musical sound, and the golden-haired girl said, "He is young and strong. He has kisses for us all." She came to me bending down. Her breath had a weird, bitter smell, like blood. I felt the woman's lips and the points of 2 sharp teeth on my throat. And then, all of a sudden, I saw the Count grab her neck and pull her back. "How dare you touch him?" he said. His eyes were burning with anger. "The man belongs to me." She laughed back. "You have never loved, and you will never love. When I finished with him, you can kiss him as much as you want. Now go." The woman disappeared into a sort of fog which floated out through the window. Then all of a sudden, everything went black. I got up here, in my bed. 19th May. Last night, the Count, in his usual polite way, asked me to write 3 letters. One saying that I will be leaving for home in a few days. Another saying I will be leaving the next morning, and the third one saying I have left the castle and arrived in Bistritz. The best thing to do was to obey him. Therefore, I asked him what dates I should put on the letters. June the 12th, June the 19th, and June the 29th, he answered. Now I know how long I have to live. 28th May. A few Shigani came to the castle yesterday and stayed the night. This morning I wrote 2 letters. Mina is in shorthand and I just asked Mr. Hawkins to write to her, and threw the letters out of a window with a gold coin. A Shigani took them, making a sign that he would post them. But the Count came in just now with my letters, which were opened. "I do not love this evil-looking writing," he said, showing me the shorthand. He threw it into the fire. "I will post the letter to Mr. Hawkins," he said, and left after locking the door. 17th June. This morning I heard horses which were coming up to the castle. 2 heavy carriages that were carrying large wooden boxes entered, driven by Slovaks. I ran down to the front door, however, as always, it was locked. I opened my window and called down. A Shigani came out, and after he said something to the Slovaks and they laughed, a few Shigani took the boxes off the carriages and the Slovaks drove away. 24th June. Before morning. The Shigani have been here for a few days now, digging somewhere. I am able to hear them now. 25th June. Morning. Last night Dracula sent the first of my 3 letters. I just have a few days left. There must be some way out of this castle. I must do something before it is too late for me. Later on, I have made a plan. I am sure the Count sleeps during the day, so, like him, I will go out of the window and climb down to his. Am I crazy? No, I'm not, for if I fall, I will only die sooner rather than later. Goodbye, sweet Mina, if I do not return. A few days later, I returned. I will never know how, except that it was with God's help. When I still felt brave enough, I climbed out of the window, looked down once, that was enough, and then did the rest without thinking. All I can recall is climbing in through the Count's window. His room was empty and surely the door was locked. I tried another one in a corner. The door opened. I went down a dark steep stairway and I was in a shadowy chapel.